What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Shuggy from Shook Earth Media, and today we are talking about Fear the Walking Dead yet again. Unfortunately, I still promised to cover the show until the end of the season, so I will be breaking down this new trailer that kind of came out today. It's kind of buried in a documentary about the production of the final season. Right at the end, they got a little preview of the final 6 episodes. So it's not really a trailer in and of itself, but it has a bunch of new footage and it will give us a little bit of insight into what is coming next. As you can see on the screen, we see Strand in his new form. He's got dreads now, so he's a very different guy apparently. So 7 years have passed, obviously, so it's going to be a bit of a change. I think he's got a new name and everything, but I've already watched this, but we're going to take a look at it together and see what is in store for these final episodes. So a bunch of quick clips. Susie, Dwight's still in it. He's not written off the show. Sherry's in here as well.
Why was he calling you Anton?
It's such a
So supposedly Strand is now called Anton for some reason, and they got the dreads. You know, I don't know if this is a wig or something they threw on him so that he has a different look to him. So apparently he's a reformed man. I'm probably going to assume that they changed him from the villain last season to now being a good guy again. So going back and forth all the time, you know, it's the same old with this show. But, you know, he's an actor I'm a big fan of, and I've liked this character in the past, but they thoroughly ruined him last season, so I don't know how it's going to turn out.
Gigantic task to think about bringing all these stories, all these characters.
Now, this is a shot people are saying is Troy right here. People are saying Troy's returning. That's what the teaser at the end of the mid-season finale was supposedly teasing. And I'm still a little skeptical. It doesn't make sense. It's still dumb, but I'm assuming because it's dumb, that's what they're going to do because they don't care about making sense. They just want to please the fans, which means just
bringing all these stories, all these characters.
Bringing back characters, I guess, that died. So she's coming at him with a hammer, which kind of gives credence to the whole, oh, it's Troy thing. So I'm not really sure if it actually is Troy or not. It certainly could be. It's somebody she's upset with, and I mean, there's people in the background pointing guns at him, so it's like he is viewed as a threat. But I could see
all these character journeys.
I don't know why she would be so mad at him still after all this time. I mean, her kid's already gone, right?
Not just to a
But we got Luciana here, Daniel's here, and Strand is here. So I guess they're all linking up after Padre, the new Padre.
But also kind of bringing them full circle.
Bringing them full circle. That's all they know how to do on the show is that cliche of we got to bring them full circle. Well, they do it to every character. It's a little old.
To think about where do we want these characters to end up, it actually led to the question of, well, where did they start?
So that's Troy getting killed. Here is a shot of Anton saving a bird. So supposedly he's going to be some kind of new good guy now, like I said. And he's got the cage on the right here. So birds typically symbolize innocence. And of course, Padre had all the bird names and imagery. So him saving the bird, you know, to kill a mockingbird thing, I'm assuming. So that's probably what it's supposed to symbolize, especially a dove. You know, a dove represents, you know, innocence and goodness and stuff like that.
Now they have to look back in order to look forward.
I drew that.
Okay, so now see Dwight and Sherry are here in the sanctuary. So it's been, you know, a long time since the Sanctuary War. Nobody's been here. We've actually revisited the Sanctuary on the show before. So now they go back there yet again, and it looks extra dilapidated. So some nobody's been here. Time has passed.
We're both living here. And the theme that
he drew this thing on the wall
kept coming to the front of our minds.
So they got to bring them full circle as well, which means going back to the sanctuary.
The story
we got some winter shots, which is cool.
Will bring together all the themes.
So I'm guessing we saw a shot there of Dwight in front of flames. So I'm assuming, oh, here's June, so she's gonna be here too. I think this is Dove, right? So I guess she's back.
Will bring together.
Sherry's looking at something, and then we have a fire Dwight in front of a fire, so I don't know if he's gonna burn down the sanctuary, but probably. I mean, they're gonna do the same thing that they did with the Morgan storyline.
All the characters.
I mean, that looks like a fire inside, like an oven or something. But just that image of Dwight and the fire in front of him, it just leads me to believe that's what's going to be the next step here.
Everyone's stories in a way that will feel satisfying and also
Luciana has always like kind of felt like an afterthought. You know, I don't know what her storyline's going to be, but she hasn't really had her own storyline until after Nick died. She hasn't really had a storyline until season 7 when she tricked Daniel, which I'm assuming that they're gonna pretend nothing happened and just be best friends again. I mean, we already saw a shot of them together in this preview here, so I'm assuming that, of course, because the writing is dumb, they're gonna forget about, you know, tricking Daniel last season.
has some real finality to it.
They're on a boat again because, you know, full circle, blah blah blah.
All the
Dude, it's
characters,
like so
everyone's stories
it's
in a
so
way
obvious at this point,
that
you
will
know.
feel
It really is a joke. Look here, I think that is Daniel she's talking to
satisfying
right there.
and also feel like it has some real finality to it.
Yeah, they're on a boat. He turns off the fire for some reason, and now we're setting fires outside of some type of canister. Got some winter zombies.
Help you.
Strand jumping off a
help me.
boat. He's trying
Do what?
to help kids.
Save Padre.
He's trying
I
to say
can't-
Padre. Who gives a fuck about Padre? I wish we were done with that storyline, but apparently we're not. Okay. Well, this is a very frustrating show. And I gotta say, just at the end here, that this is actually worth watching if you're interested in behind-the-scenes filmmaking, because they break down several interesting things here. Namely, the most interesting thing to me was how they did the swamp scenes. They show how they are actually pumping in fresh water. This is a man-made river situation. They did that so that there weren't like bugs and critters and alligators or whatever. You know, they pump in fresh water as the shooting is going on, so it's not sitting there stale and gross, and nobody gets infected or anything like that. So this is something in filmmaking you wanna make sure that it's safe for your actors. That is like one of the most important things that you do as a filmmaker. And the other interesting bit was that there was in fact I assume that the inside of the boathouse here was actually a set. It turns out it's not. It turns out it actually was at that location at the swamp. And for the scene in the final episode, they actually were sinking the boat into the water using harnesses and stuff that were digitally edited out. So yeah, if you're interested in filmmaking, it's actually not a terrible documentary. I was more interested in this documentary than I was in the show, to be honest with you. That's just, I'm somebody who is you know, who works in film and is curious about this type of stuff. So it is actually worth watching. But other than that, this is all the new information we're going to get out of here. So with that, it's been your boy Shuggy, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Dead City review on Thursday. Looking forward to that. Something actually good to watch. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace out.